I appeal to you. I appeal to you to hear us. Hear me in silence.
Silence.
Please hear me in silence. Your silence will be rewarded. Your silence will be rewarded because you will get good copy. And if you are not silent, you will not get good copy. I want to first give you where the Viklangs are.
By the time they finish this, they will be coming.
You sure?
Yeah, they're coming.
I want to first say to you, let us work out the ground rules. Let us work out the ground rules of this press conference, please. Important. It's important for this reason that this press conference will not be the last one, I assume. We will have to have more press conferences as we go along. It's a story that will evolve and develop. And if we get the ground rules right, I will be facilitated in being able to give you the truth and the correct position from time to time. The ground rules today are that this press conference is being addressed not to answer, I repeat, any person in the street who decides to raise questions or to make allegations or accusations. We will come to that at a subsequent press conference because those people are making allegations against my party. This is not an allegation against my party. This is an allegation against a trust that I head and an allegation against a trust that I consider to be an extremely valuable part of my life. These are allegations about that trust. Sadly, these allegations have been made by Aaj Tak India Today group, and therefore I'm sorry that much of my press conference will be addressed at them. And for their benefit, I must say two things very quickly. My instinct was not to invite Aaj Tak and India Today for this press conference. My instinct. And of course they can argue my instinct was wrong, as they've argued about a lot of other things. And I can argue that my instinct was right. But I'm a Democrat and I believe in freedom of the press. It was several people in the media who said to me that we collectively have a view that prevails from time to time whenever such issues arise, that we believe everybody should be able to participate in a press conference of this nature. I bow to that point of view. I'm a Democrat and I would, in any gathering, go by the opinion of the majority. Certainly, if it happens to be a unanimously held opinion, why not? I will go by that opinion. I wanted to ask all of you whether it would be right for me to resist my instinct and invite India Today and Aaj Tak. As far as this issue was concerned, a couple of you outside said to me, it's only fair if they come, and they should come. And I wanted everybody to participate in that decision, but they felt that may not be necessary. I bowed to that opinion as well, and therefore I'm happy to invite India Today correspondents and various other people who have come from the Aaj Tak establishment. The third thing that I want to say to them, because they are not, as far as I'm concerned, people who necessarily are responsible for editorial policy of the magazine. I know that people at the top decide editorial policy, and therefore I do not in any way hold an angst against those who have reported. I may have a personal issue with them, but I have no angst as far as I'm a public figure against those who have reported, and I genuinely and honestly hope what they have done they at least believe to be honest and true. These are the set rules that I urge you to accept, and I hope that you have no difficulty, all of you, in accepting the ground rules by which we'll do this press conference. If Aaj Tak have a problem, they can say me they have a problem. If they don't, on these ground rules, we will proceed. I think that you people are by and large happy with this. Now let us settle 2 or 3 other issues. I know that it will not be easy for you to accept those issues, but as I said, this is an evolving story, and we will talk maybe not once but many times. Maybe we will talk one-on-one as well. Maybe you will do your tic-tacs as well. But the other rules are not as strong as the rules I suggested before, but certainly important rules, is that I will substantially establish that the core issue is very clear and categorical, and I will not only defend but prove that the core issue is clear and categorical. The core issue is, any one of you have a problem, please tell me now. The core issue is that 71 lakhs were given to a trust which I head of, the trust in which the project director is Louise, and that those 71 lakhs were supposed to be spent on 17 camps to be done in UP, that none of those camps were held, and therefore obviously the money has been diverted. This is the core issue. If anyone has a disagreement with this, please say now. There are other issues that have emerged. There are other issues that have emerged which are related issues to this. Either they've emerged to prove a point one way or the other, or there are issues that can stand alone by themselves. But the intensity of that issue, I believe, will take from the core issue. Were the camps held? The core issue, and that's the core issue that I will address today. We will continue to talk about the other things in due course, but the core issue is what I will address today. Secondly, it is true, and I say this in front of all of you, it is true that not once, but at least 3 times, Aaj Tak and India Today offered to carry our part of the story. This is true. And therefore, their claim that they've pursued and followed journalistic ethics cannot be denied in entirety. But I will deny journalistic ethics that they follow as the story unfolds in front of you. Clearly, it is their homework, and clearly it is their story. The rest of you have followed that story, some people reluctantly, some people not so reluctantly, and new issues have emerged on which new stories are coming out. No problem. Each issue will be tackled at the appropriate manner, appropriate time. The core issue is what I will tackle today. On the 8th of October, as I understand, the story was aired on 9th of October. On the 8th of October, we were pleased to receive from one Mr. Arun Puri of India Today Group, and he was responding to documents that we had given to him and to his other colleagues, detailed documents about the holding of the trust. None of the other issues, about the holding of the trust. And as a consequence of trying to answer the other issues, we received from the UP Viklang office a copy of an affidavit that was filed by a particular gentleman who was at the time in that district where the trust was holding the camp, and who subsequently was transferred to Uttar Pradesh. That person denies that he gave that affidavit. Very clear. That person denies that he gave that affidavit. So that story remains. We will handle that story when we move forward. This is mentioned in the India Today letter, Arun Puri's letter, where very clearly he said that as for the affidavit given by Mr. J.B. Singh, presently Registrar of Lucknow University, saying that his signatures were authentic and not forged. I regret to inform you that we have evidence to the contrary. Terrific. Evidence to the contrary that the affidavit could be wrong. Was not clear from this language. That evidence to the contrary that this affidavit itself is forged is not clear from this. Doesn't matter. Nothing turns on it. What is important is that we go back to the core issue. And the core issue is Mr. J.B. Singh. Mr. J.B. Singh, you will be pleased to know that this is the picture of Mr. J.B. Singh giving out the implements at the camp which he today, according to the implications and the insinuations that we have got. Copies of all this will be available to you. Mr. J.B. Singh. There are two pictures. 1 minute.
इसमें में भी उनका नाम लिखा हुआ है.
Okay. And this is the instrument given. This is the instrument given. Okay. You must have seen the pictures, no? So I don't need to give you copies. You must have the pictures. You must have the pictures. J.B. Singh must have given you the pictures, no? Well, I'm just mentioning it. No, we're coming to the question. No. This is not, I say this. This is the first time the law minister of the country is saying these are not morphed pictures. These are.
इस पे लिखा है. इस पे लिखा है.
नहीं आपसे नहीं क्या. I just asked you may have the pictures.
देना 17/7/2010
1 minute.
लिखा है.
17/7/2010 लिखा हुआ है. 17/7/2010 लिखा हुआ है. Don't worry, na. I'm not. Please, what were the rules of the game? Just a minute. नहीं. Everybody is listening. I said you must have these pictures. I didn't say anything more. I said you must have these pictures. Answer is. Listen, please hear. The rules of the game. I will call off this press conference. The rules of the game were I'm answering the core issue. If all of you want me to answer, did I ask a question? I said these pictures must be available with you.
Behave yourself.
These pictures must be available, that's all. No, this is important for me. This is important for me because you will be the first to judge what I'm saying. The people you show will be the second to judge what I'm saying. I only said, since you guys didn't go, these pictures must not be with you. Some people went there, these pictures must be available with them. These are not morph pictures. These are not pictures that anybody can deny, and I am saying on full authority that these are pictures of the camp that was held in which J.B. Singh in Mainpuri, he was then the official then, and J.B. Singh signed this, was present in these camps. Okay? I'm not saying please exonerate everybody. I'm not saying close the story. This is just the beginning. Just the beginning, a story. Okay? There was some camp held at which Mr. J.B. Singh was personally present. His name is on the backdrop, the date is on the backdrop, and the trust's name is on the backdrop. Fortunately, you can't say that he distributed this on behalf of somebody else. We still remain with the story, no camps were held. We still remain with that story. Etah camp wasn't held. Okay, Etah camp. Dainik Jagran is here or not, I don't know. But Dainik Jagran are also running the story. Camps were not held. They don't read. They don't go back into the archives. And what do we have? 20th July 2010. Kamzor Varg Ka Hit Sarvopriya Salman Khurshid. Etah camp. Etah camp. Salman Khurshid. I personally inaugurated this camp. Okay? So we've got that story. Is this the number? Sant Ravidas Nagar. 10 विकलांगों को दी गई tricycle. Sant Ravidas Nagar. Where they've said camp has not been held. Camp has been held. Camp has been held. Fortunately, I have three people here who in front of you will identify themselves and say their camps were held in their supervision in their district. One person is from the distinguished family. One person is from the distinguished family of a former foreign minister of our country. Of a former foreign minister of our country. From Bulandshahr, R.P. Singh.
I held the camp in Bulandshahr
He held
constituency.
Okay, so the camp was held. Ajay Shukla. Ajay Shukla. Bareilly. The camp was held. Ajay Shukla.
The camp they said never got held.
The camp they said was never got held. Here's the picture of the officials and the camp. Picture of the officials and the camp.
Bareilly.
You will get copies of all this. You'll get copies of all this. Who else is there?
This is the list of all the people who held the camps.
Okay. We have a list of all the people who held the camps. I will read out the list. You can get a copy. Allahabad, Amarnath Mishra, who was the president of the Congress. Aligarh, Vivek Bansal, MLC. Bareilly, Ajay Shukla is here. Bulandshahr, R.P. Singh and Shivpal Singh. R.P. Singh is here. Eta, Ajay Anmol, who's the local farmers leader there. Etawah, Anil Mishra and Yugraj Bhaduria, who are two very, very important members of the Congress party. Farrukhabad, my own guy, Uzair Ali Khan, held it. Kannauj, Munna Rab and Usha Dubey, who is president of the Congress. Kashiram Nagar, one gentleman called Ishtiaq. Mainpuri, Prakash Pradhan. Meerut, Tarachand Shastri, former minister of UP government. Rampur, Sanjay Kapoor, MLA. Sant Ravidas Nagar, Rizwan Ahmed, one of the biggest exporters of carpet from Sant Ravidas Nagar. Siddharth Nagar, Ishwar Chand Shukla, MLA. Muradabad, Muhammad Azruddin, MP. Shahjahanpur, Zilla Viklang Kalyan Adhikari in this particular year, and Jitin Prasad, my colleague, in the previous year. This is a list that you can take. Camps were held. Or you can say that all these guys are liars, you can say. Azruddin Saab is here. So the camps were held. Azruddin Saab is here. Nobody has said that the camps were deficient. Nobody ever has said the camps were symbolic. The allegation is no camps were held. And I have shown to you that camps were held. Now, let us now take up very quickly. No questions. No questions till I ask you to ask questions, after which I will answer. Now let us take up very quickly what was said on 8th of October by Mr. Arun Puri. Mr. Arun Puri, I won't read the whole letter, it takes too much time. I personally got involved in this story and have gone through the official letters, documents and also your clarifications. Thank you, Arun Puri. I have a high regard for Salman and wish there were more people like him in politics. 8th of November, 8th of October, 9th of October, Salman is the worst person to have on the face of the earth. Anyway, then he goes and explains, etc., and says, very rightly, I am of the view that some persons in the trust, or those associated with it, are indulging in wrongdoings which you and Salman may not be aware of. Little purpose is served in imputing ulterior motives to our journalist. Thank you very much. He gives you some credit. We have no agenda against anyone. We only want to do a fair story validated by evidence. I'm sure that the Trust has done sterling work, but we have found cases where the important documents have been forged. We are not on the story of documents being forged. We will come to that, not escaping it. But this is on 8th of October. How remarkably Arun Puri's mind must have changed between 8th of October and 9th of October, or sad to say, Arun Puri's correspondents don't pay attention to what Arun Puri thinks, which may be a good thing, really gives much greater freedom to the media and to the... And I'd be very, very careful about seeing how much of this gets reproduced in which channel, so that we will get to know how much of freedom there is. Then amongst the documents given was the Viklang Camp newspaper story, but of course, as Arun Puri knows, newspaper stories are not always honest and not always straightforward. Okay, so this is the core area of the camps being held. Now, before you ask a question, before you ask a question, that before you ask the question, that the CAG in a draft report, which some of you have kindly actually shown as a report, but the CAG in a draft report has said no camps were held. Therefore, 71 lakhs should be returned with interest. CAG has said that. One of the things that the CAG report says is that we sent people to a certain address in Okhla to get the point of view of the trustees. Nobody was available there. Once, twice, third time. Understandable? My old father, who is the founder of the trust, my old mother, both of them not in good enough health to be able to travel every day, remain in that house permanently. My three sisters and their families live in that place where the CAG went and could not find anybody. I understand. It could have happened. But if you don't find somebody at an official address, what do? You leave a call card, you leave a letter, you leave a request saying, we wanted to get in touch, we can't get in touch, can you please get in touch? Didn't do that. Doesn't matter. It happens. Sometimes in a hurry you go and it happens that that you can't get hold of anyone. Of course, I'm not saying this seriously. I'm just saying this in jest. Please take it that this is in jest. Of course it is not being said seriously. But if they were looking for Salman Khurshid, or they were looking for Louis Khurshid, or they were looking for Dr. Zakir Hussain Trust, they just had to look over the wall. The CAG lives next door. Didn't have to go very far. The CAG lives next door. And I must acknowledge that when the CAG was told that your draft report says this, he said we never were given the documents. And if you give the documents, we will be very happy to factor them into our final report. This is only a draft report submitted to the ministry for giving their comments. Now, of course, one of the issues in that is that there is no utilization certificate, that there is no audited account, and there is no proof of this having been done. This, I am afraid, is not, and you can be sure, no matter how many cameras you take to these people, you can go to Mr. Uma Shankar, who's the chartered accountant, Scheme of Assistance to Disabled Persons of Purchase of Fitting of Aids and Appliances, Utilization Certificate 23, 2011. 23, 2011. No, the amounts are all there. The amount is certified. 71 lakhs is that you said that we have diverted, disappropriated or diverted 71 lakhs. Certified that out of a total sum of rupees 77 lakhs 87,065 spent on ADIP camps held in 2009 and 10, only the sum of 71.50 lakhs was by way of assistance from the Ministry of Social Welfare and Empowerment, and the remaining 6 lakhs 37,065 was by ways of donations from private individuals and establishments. Utilization certificate.
Submitted to India today.
Submitted to India today. India today did not look at it because they assumed, presumably, that this was forged. Utilization certificate.
No, they kept flashing.
Yeah, just give me. I want audited accounts. No, audited accounts. You have audited accounts. The audited accounts at the back. 4-page thing. Audited accounts at the back.
Indicating
And the payments that are there, just for your reference, aids and appliances for handicapped Aligarh, aids and appliances for handicapped Etawah, aids and appliances for handicapped Farrukhabad, aids and appliances for handicapped Eta, aids and appliances for handicapped Mainpuri, aids and appliances of Sant Ravidas Nagar, and so on and so forth. All of them here. All of them here. Now, let me just tell you, because I don't know how many of you do this good work. Certainly, one gentleman in the streets who carries around Viklangs who have motor Viklang things. We don't do that. We don't do that because the money that's supplied by Government of India can only go for cycle rickshaws, cannot go for phat-phats. Now, of course, he is in the phat-phat range, Ford Foundation and Company. So he's in a phat-phat range. He may have a problem. But let me just explain how this happens. You hold a camp. You hold a camp. You bring doctors. The doctors examine the patients, decide whether they should be given appliances. When the appliances are agreed, they measure for the appliances. Not everybody gets an appliance that fits all. And when they measure the appliances, an order is placed with government agencies, and the order that is placed with government agencies for 3,46,000 for delivery at Aligarh in UP, for instance, is here. The order that was placed. Money didn't disappear. Order was placed. These things came. People here are saying the camps were held. These were not sold in the market. And if they were, you could have done a sting. Handicap cycles, 37. Wheelchairs adult, 10. Wheelchair child, 10. Crutches left, 20. Crutches male, 20. Crutches small, 20. Walker, 5. Walking stick, 10. Blind stick, 5. And that's it. Only reading one. Don't want to read everything else for you. Okay?
These are all the districts.
These are all the districts. The purchases are all there. The hearing aids also, including the hearing aid that you managed to get, had not been given, is all here. It's all been bought. Okay? These are all hearing aids. So this is about the camps. The camps were held. The camp documents were given to the ministry. Having given the documents to the ministry, why they didn't get to the CAG, I don't know. But CAG are very happy to receive the documents, and the documents will be given to CAG. They will be given to CAG. And I hope that the CAG will then come with an appropriate answer. Because it has been alleged that no camps have been held. It has been alleged that no camps have been held, something that we were not even told when Aaj Tak gave us the documents that they submitted. We had no option but to file a defamation suit against Aaj Tak in the Delhi High Court, and the suit will now be listed in the next couple of days, and then we will know what the judges think of what the Aaj Tak has said and what we have said. We are not happy to do this. I'm not happy to go against a newspaper. I like newspapers. I didn't become a spokesperson for nothing, and I did feel that I had a very good relationship with the media, and I respected the media. But allow me to say this, that this has come as a big question mark on my feelings and my understanding of the media. Not everybody, but some. And I actually acknowledge that some of you have sent me messages saying, we are not all the same. Thank you. I know that you're not all the same. I only now want to figure out why some are different from you. Now, having said all that, the fact that we filed the case, we have no option but to file more cases, and more cases are going to be filed in the next few days. I also have to give you the good information that people who are associated with the trust and value the trust and cherish the trust feel that the matters should also be taken to courts outside India, including in England, where fortunately or unfortunately the channels are shown. And I want to share this as a personal sense of hurt. 38 years after I landed in Oxford University on the 10th of October, my college invited me. They wanted me to lecture to the law faculty, and they wanted me to lecture to the Indian students on unity, not uniformity in the politics of modern India. On judicial activism, to the law faculty. I was taken to the high table. I was given the greatest honor that any ex-student can be given. And while I was there being feted and praised, and people were taking my autographs, young law students from India were taking my autographs, India Today and Aaj Tak were running the story, saying what a bad man the Law Minister of India is. And people were embarrassed to ask me, why is this happening? And I had to say again what you have heard from me here just now, and of course something that I will have to say in future as well. So if people want matters to be filed in London, I am sorry, I can't hold them back. It's just a bit of information that I'm giving you, not bravado, but I actually feel, and don't be in a hurry to think that I'm going to run away from the other questions. I'm coming to the other questions as well. I'm coming to the other questions as well.